Hello, dear learners. Welcome to the channel Be a Learner. In last video, part 1 of the chapter Making of a Global World, we had studied about the Silk Routes, we had studied about the food travels. In detail, we are going to study more about the food travels. Here we will use America to describe the North America, South America, and the Caribbean. First, it was only America, later, people described it as North America, South America, and Caribbean. In fact, many of our common foods came from America's original inhabitants, especially the American Indians. Sometimes the new crops could make difference between our life and death. Europe's poor began to eat better and live longer with the introduction of the humble potato. Earlier, they were not living that good life. They were dying early. Slowly, the life started increasing of the Europeans with the introduction of humble potato. Inland's poorest peasants became dependent on potatoes. That when disease destroyed the potato crop in mid 1840. Once the disease came and it destroyed the potato crop in 1840s, all the fields were destroyed and people died of hunger. They were not getting enough food. Nothing was available for few months and people died because of starvation. Next, new topic 1.3 Conquest, Disease and Trade. Let us see what kind of disease was came in mid 1840s and what happened. The pre-modern world shrank greatly in 16th century. After the European sailors found a sea road to Asia and they succeeded successfully. And they even crossed the Western Ocean to America. For centuries, this was going on. And after some time, the Indian Ocean had known a bustling trade with the goods, people, and knowledge. The Indian subcontinent was a central to these flows and a crucial point. Crucial means very important towards the network. The entry of Europeans it helped to expand people in their business. Which business or which goods were coming from Europe to Asia? It helped them a lot. The discovery of the waterways. Before this discovery, the America had been cut off from the regular contact. But when the discovery took place, America was also involved in the business. It happens like that, na? Like for example, people or your friends are not taking you, but when you offer them something, a good point, then they give you more importance. It happened like that with America. When it was discovered, that time people started giving preference to America. And after that, millions of years, it was going on same thing, same routes, same trade, everything. But from the 16th century, its vast lands and abundant crops and minerals began to transform and the lives everywhere. The foods were transforming the lives. Precious metals, particularly silver from the mines located in present day Peru, now it is located in Peru, and Mexico, it's in Europe's wealth, which was financed and its trade was with Asia. Next, legend spread 17th century Europe about South America's fabled wealth. Many expeditions set off in the search of El Dorado, the fabled city of gold. Many people were searching it. The Portuguese and the Spanish conquest and colonization of America was decisively under way by mid 16th century. European conquest was not just the result of superior firepower. In fact, the most powerful weapon of the Spanish conquest was not conventionally military weapon. It was the germs such as smallpox which carried from one person to another. And because of their long isolation, America's original inhabitants has no immunity. It was very famous at that time, the smallpox disease, and people were dying because of that. There were no vaccines, no medicines, nothing. People were dying because of the pain which they get from the smallpox. You can search on Google what kind of disease is smallpox. It's just like chicken pox. The varieties are a little bit different. Once introduced, it spread deep into the continent. When the disease was introduced, it slowly started spreading, and spreading. Like how at present the virus is spreading, in the same way that time the smallpox was spreading, and it killed millions of people. And a lot of people died because of that disease, as there was no vaccine and no medicine at that time. It spread all over the Europe. Guns could be brought or captured, turned against the invaders, but not the disease as smallpox, to which the conquerors were mostly immune. Until the 19th century, the poverty and hunger were common in Europe. Cities were crowded and deadly diseases were widespread. People were dying of hunger as the fields were captured with a lot of different disease. The potatoes were destroyed. People were dying because of the starvation, hunger, and some people were dying because of this disease. Thousands therefore fled Europe from America. Here by the 18th century, plantation worked by the slaves captured in Africa and were growing cotton and sugar for European markets. At that time, the Africa, they were growing cotton and sugar for European markets because they were getting good return instead of that. Until well into the 18th century, the China and India were among the world's richest countries. China and India. They were also preeminent in Asian trade. However, from the 15th century, the China is said to have restricted overseas contacts and retreated into the isolation. China, it restricted itself from the overseas contacts and different contacts, and it got isolated themselves. China reduced role and the rising importance of Americans gradually. Slowly it started reducing the role. It didn't participate in and moved the center of world trade westernwards. Europe now emerged as a trade of as a center of world trade. This was all about the conquest, disease, and trade. Remaining part we will see in the part 3. I hope you have understood the part 2. Read the chapter in detail, each and every word,